Welcome back to some Cuphead with Delicious Last Course. I'm Dear Darling, and work up your appetite as it's a good day for a swell battle. As we have a reminder of basically all our failures on Salt Baker's fight. I don't know how long, I predicted 2 or 3 episodes tonight, and I think it's now like 4 or 5, which is, you know, embarrassing to say the very least, because I certainly feel like we should have beaten him by now. But just from the palm of a hand, I've thrown so many chances. So I promise, no, I'm not actually going to promise you, because, you know, promises, I like to promise things which I have a reasonable chance of keeping. And I don't know if I'm actually going to beat Salt Baker or not this episode, but I'm going to genuinely try, in the sense that I'm not going to concentrate as much on talking as I am going to concentrate as much on at least getting through the first 2 phases. Like, come on. You should, it's embarrassing that you can't consistently get through the first 2 phases without taking damage, I think. The fact that it hasn't happened yet, but you haven't got through the first phase without taking damage is mighty embarrassing. And if anything, that's just sort of sealed the deal that it's never going to happen. It's like with dog on dog fight. Like, I don't know if I ever got through the first phase without taking damage in dog on dog fight. I always ended up taking, oh my god, at least 1 hit, even if it was like right at the end, which is very frustrating to say the very least. I almost didn't dodge that orange thing yet. I just couldn't figure out how to dodge. I literally just, at that moment, I just forgot all the buttons. I meant to dash, but I didn't press dash. I just stood there and took it. And then I meant to parry, or like try to parry, and then I supered. Which, you know, sometimes things just go very downhill very quickly. When, well, not even when you just play this game, when you play any sort of game, you know. It's a slippery slope, you know, taking one hit sort of throws you up. Oh my god, I have no idea how I dodged that. Throws you off your mojo. And it's a bit hard to sort of recenter yourself. But recentering yourself, being untiltable, is certainly a mark of a good player, not just in Cuphead, but in many sort of aspects of games, you know. The mental battle is half a battle. The mechanical is the other half. I don't think that's true, by the way. It's probably like, mechanical surely at least got to take 50%. I mean, 25% is the mental, and 25% is like the social, you know. In team games. Single player games, maybe not. Ooh. Those were some weird dodges. I don't know why I dodged like that, but... Oh. Okay, so we only took 1 hit. It's just, I really got to get through this phase. The first phase. Taking no hits. I think that's basically the final thing I need to do. And that is going to be the key. As soon as I get a run where I get through the first phase, taking no hits, I think we got it in the bag. It might have already happened, to be honest, in the previous episode. It did not happen last episode. But it's just the fact that, you know, going to these final phases with such little HP is very annoying. Okay. Start over here, then dodge. What? Oh my god, I hate how big the hitbox is for this. It's actually insane how big the hitbox is on that thing now. It's weird because I didn't even notice it the first few times I played through, but that's, I think, because I immediately lasered it every single time. But now I'm actually taking the time to try and, you know, cheat out the system and overcap the damage. I'm just like, man, maybe that phase is actually harder than I give it credit for. And it's only just because of the absolute ridiculous hitbox those spinning figures have. Which probably feels like it shouldn't be the case for difficulty. It's not usual for Cuphead to, you know, difficulty to be because of disjointed hitboxes, to use fighting game terminology, but certainly it is an element of difficulty. And of course, laser as late as possible to try and hit as many cookies as possible. Not a sugar attack, though. 3 lime attacks, not in a row, but in very quick succession. Oh my god, we actually made it through the first phase. Okay, well, better put our money where our mouth is. We actually made it through the first phase without taking any damage. Incredible. Oh my god. That was such dumb damage as well. I just couldn't remember how to dodge. That's the worst part. It was just like, it was legitimate just sort of like panic. Not like panic where I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my word. I really thought the super iframes would have saved us there, but again, we seem to be back at it. Ooh, okay. Just on 1 HP, which is not exactly how I wanted things. Oh, I saw it too late. I saw it too late. But it's promising that we've made it to the third phase multiple times, and I think I can credit it to the fact I'm super concentrating on these lime attacks now, because they have been sort of bane of my existence right now. Okay, that was just like a really annoying cookie attack. You know, if you get hit that early, as I say, reset. Save your mental. You want to try and preserve those rounds where you actually manage to make it to the second phase at the very least on full HP. I'm not resetting this one because having so many sugar attacks this early on means we probably could get a lot of super. Okay. Just gonna reset that. You know, that didn't happen. Like, it's just important to have those runs. Or we can get to, like, the optimal, I would say, is get to third phase with 2 health and take no damage on it. That's basically what I think needs to happen. It doesn't really matter how we lead up to it. You know, we can have a flawless first phase, take a hit on the second phase. Or, you know, any sort of combination that leaves us with 2 HP, but I think that's got to be it, you know. Money where my math is, I could not perform when I said we needed 3 hits through the first phase. Because instead I just took 2 very stupid hits in the second phase. Which is disheartening to say the least. Oh my god. The chicken always seems to jump down at just the wrong time. It's funny how your perception of what attacks become difficult to dodge, though. Changes the more you do the fight. Like how I used to be like, the cookie is by far and away the hardest. And now, it's not the easiest. The sugar cube's still probably the easiest, but certainly the chicken's starting to come up there as a point of difficulty, I think. Okay. Good thing I had smoke dash, because that was dicey. And not in a good way, not in a dicey dungeon way. Which is a very good roguelike by, I don't know. I haven't even played it. But basically baiting the fire wave and jumping to the other side of a screen is a really good idea when we can swing it. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have pressed special there, but I still did for really no apparent reason. As soon as I pressed special, I was like, this is a mistake. But, you know, it happens. If anything, if that was a run where, you know, we went into that second phase with full HP, I think we had a real good shot. We just need 2 good runs in a row, which is a good phase 1 followed by a good phase 2, which is obviously obvious, you know. Oh my god. That just made me upset, so I reset that run out of principle. I feel like it's obvious to say you need a good phase 1 followed by a good phase 2. And then also followed by a good phase 3. Basically, it's just you need good enough phases to make it through enough HP. I'm just saying obvious things, okay? You got to forgive me. I'm speaking on autopilot. Oh my god, I had no idea how we dodged that. I'm speaking on autopilot just so we can concentrate a little bit more. Because as soon as I put even one of my brain cells on speaking duty, it's just like, my brain is like, it can't compete with Cuphead anymore. It's doing like 5th level integrals and calculations just to figure out where to position myself. You know, I'm predicting the trajectory of all these curves in my mind, seeing when to time my attacks, when to jump, when to dodge. The calculus for partial differential equations that I have to do just to make sure I'm standing in the right place so a line won't hit me is astonishing. Albert Einstein is rolling, and I don't know what happened with Einstein. I don't think he was particularly known for partial differential equations, but he's rolling in his grave right now, being like, who is this new contender being the best person at calculus? The answer is not me. I was not particularly great at integration during, well, I mean, I was great at A-level, but A-level is quite routine, I suppose. Why are there no pink salt crystals? Okay, that's not good. I don't want to be on 1 HP, but here we are on 1 HP. Okay. It's a good thing to not get hit there. He must nearly be dead. Surely. Okay, nice. No attacks on screen. Are you kidding me? That's an undodgeable attack. If you spawn on it. Okay, that's probably the only time I would say that Cuphead is that's an unfair, that's a legitimately unfair thing to happen. They should give you a tiny bit of invincibility, or they should make sure it doesn't spawn on you. I didn't even move from the left side. Unless there's like a thing being like, here you go, this is where the attack's gonna land. That was unfair, I would say. Genuinely an unfair attack. Okay, that was just my fault. I guess it's kind of preventable, because you do know there's something on the floor, but, it's spawned both at the left and the right. And I don't know what the towel is. And also I've taken so much damage already, so, throw this run away. At the very least, we've made it to that third phase quite a few times now, which I guess is certainly better than we did last episode, but we still have not made it yet to the fourth phase. Which was a bit disappointing, because our strategy for the third phase every single time has just been laser our way through. And the fact we still haven't made it through the third phase, despite the fact we've been to it like 8 times in the session, is astonishing, I would say. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, and like integration, like, I don't know, but some people love integration when it comes to maths, because, unlike differentiation, differentiation is very formulaic. You do this rule, follow this rule, do it this way, and that's basically the only way to do it. Integration, you can be a lot more creative with it, but I never particularly liked integration, I suppose. Calculus and all that sort of jazz, it's not like, I get why you would like it, I just don't, it's just not for me. And I'm sure part of the reason is because I wasn't like amazing at it or anything, but ooh, I'm not sure that's high enough for a laser. Okay, it's just high enough. I'm sure that's part of the reason, it's quite easy to be biased against things you're not good at, but it's not that I couldn't do it, I suppose. It's more like I just didn't like doing it. It didn't feel like particularly creative expression, like people like to say it is. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I pressed the dodge button, but I just pressed it too late. Just come on, concentrate. Just concentrate for a little bit. Just getting to the third phase with 2 hearts would be phenomenal. So just shut up, dear darling, and just do it. Just do it. No need to mess around now. I don't mean to horse around now. I can stand on 2 legs. I guess you start them, yeah? That's meant to be your big hint. Okay, laser immediately. Dodge, dodge. Keep a wide berth to make sure you're not getting hit. Okay, okay. This is it. Just focus a little bit. Platform first, certainly. I would say. Okay, so you can't bounce on it forever. Which I guess makes sense. Because it'd be quite No! I missed my parry on it? Are you kidding me? We did no damage to it. I did actually no damage to it whatsoever. Okay, so it turns out phase 4 is actually quite hard. And it's not hard because it's hard to survive on. It's hard because it's actually hard to do damage. And I think probably part of the reason is the fact I'm forcing myself just to use a pea shooter. It's making it very difficult to actually land any hits on the heart. I'm not really sure what to do about that. I guess probably what we do is when it's above us, it's actually not too bad hit because we can sort of fire in the direction we're moving. But when it's beneath us, we should probably be using supers, maybe? I didn't see if parrying it actually gave us supercharge or not. It might be one of the ones which is just for mechanical reasons and is not supercharged, but if it does give us supercharge, maybe that's something we should try taking more advantage of to actually get a bit more damage off, but it's going to be hard. I mean, it's entirely possible we should save our laser for that phase rather than phase 3. I genuinely don't know what the right answer is. That genuinely might be the solution. But I really don't like phase 3, I'm going to be honest. It's a very annoying phase. Did that one just sneeze twice in a row? That's certainly a rarity. I'm just trying to think how we would do it to save our laser from phase 3, because that means we'd have to do phase 3 with no super. Which is doable, but it's just sort of like, I don't think it's worth it. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I think we might as well just super. Okay, dodge. And then when it's like this, you know, just utterly annihilate it with a laser. That was the quickest phase 3. Like, that was fantastic. Are you kidding me? Okay. It's basically just focus on firing it, then when you're at the bottom, jump, 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 jump. Focus, focus! Focus, focus, guys. Good, good dodging, good dodging. See, it's the easiest to hit when it's above us. I wonder if this gets faster. The more damage we do. I don't think we've certainly done enough damage to really tell, but it's annoying because we kind of want to stay beneath it, but it's so hard to hit. Otherwise, it's... Oh my god, that was a clutch parry to save ourselves some damage. Because when it's beneath us, it's basically impossible to hit. I would say. Not quite truly impossible, but certainly annoying enough that I don't think it's worth pursuing. The fact we didn't take any... Oh my god. The fact we didn't take any damage at the end there was incredible. I don't even know what that achievement was. Like, complete to be a chef or something? Compliments to the chef, makes sense. Oh my god, that was so hard. I don't even know if I can S-rank that, I'm going to be honest. 3 minutes 20, what an absolute marathon. Oh my god, that was so hard. But finally, we actually get rewarded with the cutscene, and I don't know, I just need a moment, I think, just to recover from that. My word. It was so tense, and the amount of times I felt like we should have died at the final phase because we were so near the bottom, and we somehow didn't get hit by the rising ground. Especially because we started off at... We got to that final phase with 3 HP, didn't we? And then we started off by immediately taking damage. Anyway, Miss Chalice. Hey, Miss Chalice. Thank goodness you're okay. That dastardly saltbaker, he had us hoodwinked the whole time. If only I could do that sort of 1920 sort of voice. Gadzooks, this place is coming down. Let's get out of here. Another final level? Eek. Okay, I mean... wasn't really much else happening. Oh, hello, Saltbaker. Ah! No, my bakery! Maybe you shouldn't have built it on, you know, salt or whatever. Unstable ground. Serves him right for duping us. But with the bakery destroyed, you're never going to get that Wonder Tart, Chalice. That's okay. If some poor soul has to be sacrificed for me to live again, it just ain't worth it. But mark my words, boys, I'm never going to stop searching. And in the meantime, if you ever find yourselves in a scrape, I'm just one cookie bite away. Oh yeah, we didn't even use Miss Chalice, which was the whole point of his DLC, wasn't it? Not the whole point, but... Besides, who needs a Wonder Tart when they can have 2 new best pals instead? Aww. The Epilogue, ooh. Oh, what a fantastic game. Of course, our journey doesn't end here. We still have that challenge area to do. And I might try and S-rank things. I don't know how that's going to go. I also never solved a relic thing. So, what's going on here? Saltbaker got arrested. He got convicted. Community service. This owl judge. Very angry owl judge. Doesn't even look like an owl. Wait, he's got a beak and a mouth. That's very strange. Click clack. Here's to look. Oh, look, he's helping the gnomes grow their garden. What's this? He's helping the gang. I'm not really sure that's how things should go, but still. Maybe it's just because it's prohibition times. Brushing teeth of the whale. I don't even remember this. Oh, the whale that the wizard like threw down. Painting. I don't even know what this is. Thank you to all these people who've done it as well, who've helped out on it. I don't know what he's sad about his bakery. Helping out the saloon. Didn't you get turned into sausages? I guess you got better. Help on dog on dog fight people. Repair the airship. Like all they're helping out do the damage that we've done. Oh, the chess pieces which we haven't even seen yet. What's this? He's slowly repairing his bakery, I assume. You know, he's actually on the path of redemption rather than just being a bad guy forever, which is, you know, we love to see it. We love to see some redemption. And look, there's all the bosses are coming together. Wow, he's making stuff for good now. He's a good guy. But we still can fight him multiple times. Oh, lovely. And we still got a little bit of time to check out the chess piece arena. Our sincere appreciation to the members of our team whose loyalty and creative endeavour made possible this production. And you might be like, skip through the credits. No. I let the credits roll in their entirety as a thank you to the people who put the blood, sweat and tears into this game. And now we can sort of just gush about it. I mean, Cuphead's a fantastic game aesthetically in the first place, isn't it? You look at the game, you're just like, this is a game oozing, dripping with style. It's an absolutely fantastic style, and it executes upon it so well. But really, you can't have many complaints, I think, when it comes to it. In that sense, it's fiendishly difficult as well. Excuse me, which makes it a great challenge. I will say, one caveat of his style is sometimes it makes the clarity of some attacks get a bit mixed up. I can't remember which boss fight was in the game, but I do remember mentioning in one of the boss fights being like, I can't differentiate with attacks. I can differentiate with attacks, but it's a game very much based around using your peripheral vision. When my peripheral vision could not differentiate the attacks from the background, but that's, you know, minor complaints. Really, the answer to that is get better, I suppose. But I'm glad we managed to finish it. You know. The past 2 episodes have been quite frustrating in the sense of being like, I feel like we're good enough to do it. And then, you know, I wasn't actually sure we were going to do it this episode. Because after getting to that fourth phase and, you know, spending a bit of time in it and being like, oh, okay, we surely did a lot of damage, and seeing that we did like 1/5 of its HP made me go like, I don't know if we got this. But then, you know, I just had like a transcendental moment where I just absolutely clutched out the final phase. Had so many like clutch close encounters and that sort of thing where, I don't know, we just managed to do it somehow. I don't even know how. I guess it was more focusing on the quick alternation between platforming and then aiming at the person, aiming at the heart. Platforming, aiming at the heart. And one thing Cuphead's fantastic also for is an absolute nailing of the soundtrack. It's one of the 4 soundtracks, 4 albums, I suppose, I've bought of soundtracks. The other 2 being, the other 3 being Night in the Woods 1, Night in the Woods 2, and Undertale. Those are the only soundtracks of video games I've ever bought, because I've loved these 3 game soundtracks so much. I still listen to the Night in the Woods one. The Night in the Woods one is fantastic. Just the atmosphere it gives. But Cuphead's great as well. The ragtime, you know, sometimes you're in the mood for ragtime. You're not always in the mood for ragtime, but a lot of the time you are, because it feels like sort of like good old jazzy, you know, Maple Leaf Rag. That's not it. That's a Kevin MacLeod one, I think. But yeah. Isn't it like the story behind the composer is actually quite interesting as well, because he's basically never worked on video games. It was like one of the 2 original creators for Cuphead was like, oh, well, you know, I'm going to talk to my friend who's got like a degree in like classical music or something, being like, hey, you mind like composing a load of like ragtime music? And he was like, sure. Obviously, for payment. And I don't assume that he's did it for free, but what I'm glad to see from his Cuphead thing is the credits are so long now. Like, so many people are part of making this now because they've managed to, I suppose, get a huge amount of funding for it in the first place to actually perform and to actually, you know, I don't know how to say it was Shoptimus Prime? What on earth? They basically had enough money to hire exactly who they wanted, I suppose, to be able to perform for it. So I'm not even sure we'll even have time to do a bit of a chess thing today, depending on how long these credits are. If anything, I think it's a good sign that the credits are super long. And probably, you know, if you didn't want to read the credits and you didn't want to hear me and my thoughts about the game, you probably would have skipped ahead by now and probably, you know, I wouldn't blame you because I don't think there's going to be any more gameplay in this. But yeah, just thank you to all these people who've contributed to such a fantastic game. If your name's on here, thank you to you. I mean, sometimes when I read out the credits, I try to read out all the names to give like a personal thanks. But this is quite a lot of names and it's quite quick, so I'm not sure if that's quite doable. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Jonathan Blow, Edmund McMillan, showing us indie games are possible. I don't know who John Bays, Dan Paladin, and Tom Fulp are, I'll be honest, but I certainly know the others. Loving memory of Jason Dosette, made in Unity. And a dramatic end to a very dramatic games. I think we'll probably Finn. The perfect way to round it all off. I think. Oh, you know what I should do? Maybe I should pause and then figure out what was going on with that relic. No, we'll do the relic stuff next time. We've only got a few minutes. We might as well spend the time checking out the chess piece. But by the time the next episode starts, I will have known what we need to do to finish off the relic quest. Because I can't imagine it's finished like that because the guy had more clues. But for now, we'll give a good old attempt at the chessboard area. Or whatever it may entail. I don't really remember what the gimmick was for this. Oh, it was not like we don't have any sort of what? Pardon me? Oh wait, I can't attack. What is going on? One by one by one. One by one by one by one, your chance of victory is down. Okay, so we can't shoot. In this one's only about jumping and parrying. Quite hard to do, I'm going to say. It's sort of jump away, which is a weird part. Seems like getting more frequent as well. Just two more? Okay. I just couldn't figure out where to go for that one. It's not actually too bad. We might actually be able to do this pawn battle at the beginning. It's just if we can get like an ongoing streak of continuously hitting these new ones, that'd be fantastic. Okay, I don't know why I dashed that. I definitely shouldn't have. It seems they're unpurposely timed, such that there's actually big gaps between the ones you need to hit, the ones you need to parry, and the ones you don't. Because the first three always seem to be three different ones, just by necessity of respawn times, but... first four, okay. So the first four are given, and then it resets with ones that you've already hit. And then it's like every 6 or so? Oh god. At the very least, this feels very easy to S rank. Hey, there we go, a knockout. Take that, pawns. I don't know what on earth is going on, but they've all passed on over to the next side, so I guess we'll be fighting knights next? You dispatched that champion in so few rounds, brave cups. Thy reward, wealth untold. Yes, wealth untold. Furthermore, I permit thee special entry to the next match. Sure. Can we fight the pawns again? Okay, the knights, I see. Prithee thee, proceed to the next battle. Alas, mind thee well, weapons and charms had nary an effect. Prithee, proceed to the next battle. Sure. We'll at least give it an attempt. We'll give 30 seconds. We'll give it like 1 or 2 rounds. Can we actually... No. Okay. So we cannot shoot ever. Okay. I'm not really sure how we dodge any of these attacks yet, but... Was that a bait? It's actually a bait. That's incredible. How many times do we need to parry? What? A W for me and an L for you. Well, we'll give it one more shot because I don't really know what's going on there. I wonder if it's actually possible to actually get that attack on when they stop. I'm not risky enough to try. It seems like it might be possible, but what? That's a new attack. Certainly, I feel like the fact. What? I don't get his taunt. The fact that we basically did such little damage, I think, the first time it feels a bit outrageous. I don't know what to do with a taunt. Is that we're too far away? I'm so tempted to go for that attack. Okay, next time he does it. Oh. We could definitely get off a double parry on that charge if we do it on the way. Does that get closer? Oh, I jumped way too early for that sort of thing. That's going to take so long. Are they all like this? We have to parry to get our way through? I don't really know, but with a lot of coins, we might as well buy things, I suppose. What should we buy? Welcome. I mean, these all seem very interesting. Crack shot, why not? Buy a little bit of everything. So I guess there's no running gun levels in this game. There's only the King's Employee, and that's how you get coins. That makes sense. Okay, so we'll round up this episode this time. We'll see what the charm does next time. Not the charm. We'll see. Figure out how to finish the charm quest next time, and then I will probably do the quest, and then I don't really know where we're going from there. But for now, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Cuphead. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares greatly appreciated. Join Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.